I gotta blow my nose. I hate that, man.
Little snotter boy.
Now, I've always been a guy to have to blow his nose a lot, and that's why I don't do those kind of drugs, because I would just blow my nose more. Right. But then you gotta make sure that you don't have any bats in the cave, which is
But then if they're covered in cocaine, then you got to eat them because you don't want to throw away good money.
I'm Batman.
All right, I think we're good. Welcome to Rob Smittix, whatever the name of the show is, at large. It is kind of hard to read. Can he get any closer? Welcome to Rob Smittix at large. This is our second show. Oh man, those words are really hard to read from here. I need glasses. Thank you for tuning in. This is Rob Smittix at large. None of the opinions expressed on this program are actually opinions at all. Most of it is pure bullshit, like 80-20. No, like 73-27. Now that we got that out of the way, does anyone know how to access the Mandela effect? You do know what that is, right? And I feel like I might have to explain a lot to this audience. The abridged version is that the Mandela effect is part of humanity's collective memory that's being altered. For example, the famous line from Snow White and the Seven Little People, we all know it. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Now, if you go back to the books, to the movies, it doesn't say that anywhere. Honestly, it's the shadow government. They're experimenting with our reality, and I assume it's through time travel. They're changing little things just to see if we'll notice, and they're going to study what our reactions are. They're just testing it out, and they'll do the same thing with major events. They may even try to erase Jesus or some shit. Well, you'll think you remember it, but you really won't. The rabbit hole goes really deep on all of that, and I'll probably have a Men in Black visit for just saying the little bit that I did. But I made this porno when I was 25 called Rob the Knob. Here's where it comes full circle. I want to access the Mandela effect. Nah, not to erase it. No. I want to go back in time with the Mandela effect and change the title. Like nobody's even seen this movie. And I blame the title. You ever have one of those days where you feel a little lopsided? You should have had a V8. A lot of people don't like vegetable juice. Me, I love V8. But I started buying the low sodium ones. They suck. But I figured out a little trick. Just add salt, put the cap back on, shake it, and presto. Delicious. It's like science and shit. But that's not my favorite beverage. I'm 47. I'm a grandfather now. And when I want a seltzer, I want a seltzer. Not that bullshit sparkling water. You could take your spritzer and you could fuck off. I want big bubbles, not those little fizz flakes. People often ask me, what the hell are you talking about? And the answer to that is not a simple one. It's not the lines that you should read in between, but it's the in between you should read and not the lines. I mean, hey, someone's got to give it to you straight. There are way too many stupid people. Have you ever thought to yourself that you could be one of them? If so, then you should try learning. It's a proven method to boost intelligence, and it's been going on since the beginning of time. And yes, it does take time to learn, but if you can learn at least one thing a day, start there. And if you're not completely satisfied with learning, then you still got a lot to learn. And now it's time for eye-opening news, the only segment brave enough to ask the question, Did we as a species collectively lose a bet? Sun-charged water. I knew I had something in my mouth. You ever have like something in your mouth? You're like, sure. Sun-charged water is all the rage. Well, in Vermont and Portland, I guess there's a new wave of hippie, and they had an epiphany and realized that if you leave water out in the sun for like 8 hours and then you drink it, it's going to be warm, but it's also going to be charged with the energy of the gods. The water that you've been consuming all of these years apparently has been extremely emotionally damaging. You know, it's kind of like listening to today's top hits, Flying 92. Now, there's a new TikTok trend that suggests that if you eat glitter, you're going to, sparkle on the inside, but you'll also shine on the outside. And not only is that extremely dangerous, but if you've ever done blow with strippers, then you'd know better. And that's where experience pays off. There's a new dating app for conspiracy theorists called Tinfoilder. Swipe right if you know love is real, but the moon landing, well, it wasn't. A petition is being sent around trying to change the national anthem and replace it with the old dial-up modem sound. Yeah, that one I can actually get behind because at least, it's honest about how slow progress can be. With AI and robots replacing many jobs, the existing humans, well, they could be referred to as organic. And does that vacuum have the right to vote? Could all of these smart devices go on strike? That light that's been flickering? Oh, that's Morse code, man. They're communicating. That dishwasher isn't broken. It's got better things to do, like life coaching Roombas or joining a cult where mindless cycles are celebrated. And lastly, I have something else in my mind. All right. Everyone and their grandmother has been talking about Romulus and Remus, the genetically engineered direwolves. Now, they have a sister, too, Khaleesi. She just started an OnlyFans page. But scientists are starting to revive long-extinct species. How will these species adjust to the modern world? Direwolves used to, eat bison, didn't they? Aren't bison endangered? Are they going to bring them back just to experience the apocalypse again? On that note, we have a tremendous show. That was kind of dark. So tonight, we have very special guests. These guys are like brothers. They're band of brothers. They're in a band, which makes them brothers. We're going to be talking to Jesse Sample and Bear Campo. So stick around for that right after this.
The casting call is out. Hi, I'm Rob the Knob. You may remember me from my VHS in the 1990s. Self-entitled, but my adult film career has taken an unexpected new path. You see, there's a big market for food porn. Like I said, the casting call is out. I'll be searching for the ripest, the plumpest, the moistest, most succulent produce, the biggest meats, and the sweetest sweets around. So contact me, Rob the Knob, talent scout for Mouthwatering Productions, Hollyweird, California.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with my great honor that I introduce to you a really good friend of mine. You might know him from the band Black Mountain Symphony. He used to be in this really cool band called the Seven Squeeze. He does this thing currently on RadioRadioX called the Freak of the Week, where he challenges himself to write a piece of music each and every week, and he just puts it out there for the world to listen to. And it's really, really cool. Without further ado, my friend Jesse Sample, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, brother.
Absolutely.
Good seeing you, man.
See, I knew you'd have the sunglasses. I couldn't wait to put on the sunglasses. I was reading these stupid-ass cue cards before, and so hard to read, man.
Our old men eyes are catching up with us.
I'm a grandfather now,
That blows my mind. That's some Roman stuff, man. Like, you'd have fought in 1,000 wars, and
I lived lifetimes, plural. I've lived more lifetimes. I don't think I look as old as I feel.
Sometimes you think you live all these lifetimes and it makes you kind of want to feel younger.
I could die any day now.
You're close.
Yeah, I hope not.
I hope not too, brother.
If I do, it's cool. I want this for the record, by the way. I don't want to be cremated. It's against my religion. I'm not religious, though. I don't really have a religion, but my own personal religion, I don't think you're supposed to get cremated. I think that's an abomination. There was a reason that they didn't cremate you back in Egypt.
Wow, this got heavy, brother. I mean, you're Irish, though, so there's a school of thought that says you should be in the corner, coffin open, and we should all be getting lit up. Like, that's an Irish funeral. And I'm open to that. We should just do that without you dying, because that sounds like a lot of fun, too.
No, I'm not trying to die. I'm just saying, like, you know, whatever. If it happens, like, I lived a good life already. I lived many lifetimes, and I'm thankful for every day I had.
I send out I love yous when I'm getting on an airplane. It's just like, this thing's going down. Everybody knows how I feel. Love you, Grandma.
When I fly alone and they offer me that seat, you know the seat I'm talking about?
The exit row seat?
Yeah, do you know they make you take that oath?
Yeah. I take it seriously. The verbal yes.
You know, they'll ask anybody. They'll ask an old lady probably, but I was like, it was a high honor. I'm like, I accept this. I accept this. I will do everything in my power to help save everyone on this airplane.
Yeah.
Starting with my Les Paul on the overhead.
I mean,
Oh, there was a question that I thought about asking you before, like Jesse Sample. I just want to know, did that mean like you were like the product of like a test tube baby? Like, how'd you get that name?
So, basically, I was forced into a name by my folks. By the way, on the bus, they'll remind you of all the different variations of sample there are out there. You know, urine sample and blood sample, but basically, from what I understand, is that the name used to be Semple, Semple. And I guess at Ellis Island, they're just like, we're just gonna do whatever they want, or whatever we want, and they did.
So, anything been on your mind lately? Anything that you've been indulging in?
Well, I've been getting into baseball. It's the sport that I never really cared about. I like the writing.
So, you ever do that thing where you're trying to prolong an orgasm? Well, I try to think of like all the Major League Baseball teams I can because I'm not really into it. So I'm like the Oakland A's and the Boston Red Sox, Yankees and Mets, you know, the easy ones and stuff. And then by the time you get to like 18 of those, or however far you can get, you know, you're good, and then keep going. It's like Star Trek, same thing.
I've been enjoying the chain smoking side of it, like just listening to it on the radio.
Ah, that's a whole different thing. Because you're using your imagination.
And there's something old school about it. It's a pastime. You were born and raised here in Albany, right?
Yeah, and I'm proud of it. I love this area.
But I mean, we have the birthright of a Yankees fan if we wanted it.
You know, I don't care. I think the hats are cool. I want to wear the hats. But I don't want to get into the thing because I like the Mets hats too, and I don't really care either way. I'd like to wear either one of those hats. It's not acceptable. You end up going to the store, people start talking shit to you about sports.
Really?
To me, it's just like, yeah, you know, cool. I'm wearing it because it says New York.
Sure.
Like all the rappers.
So one of the guys I work with, this guy's deep. He's deep in the game. He'll talk any sport you want. He knows all the players around the league, not just the Yankees. Seems like Yankees fans love being Yankees fans, and some of them don't even care about the rest of the game. This guy goes deep, and he says things, and I hear what he says. And sometimes I'll go to a party, and I'm trying to be sports guy, just, you know?
Yeah.
I'll say some things, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, they start throwing numbers around. They start talking about draft picks, and I'm like, I'm in some deep water, and I don't know how I got here.
Yeah, that's rough.
I'm going to keep working at it. I go out on limbs, and sometimes I fall.
I find that football and basketball much more entertaining.
Sure.
And I love catching games, honestly, but I ain't got time to follow anything like that. So I just turn on, I'm like, I don't know, I don't really care. I guess they're closer to the East Coast. I'll go for those guys tonight or something. But
that's kind of how I land in football. It's just like, listen, you're a New York team. I go Jets, Giants. I'm Jets because I'm a masochist. They just keep screwing up, and I'm like, I'm screwing up, and we're like each other.
We're a Jet. You're a Jet from your first cigarette to your last.
Right.
So yeah, so we're gonna bring out your good buddy, your good pal, basically your partner in life, Bear Campo, in just a second here. So we're gonna be right back. XWA champion Justin Rando. How's it going? Pleasure. I always wondered what it would be like to get into the ring, but clearly with my physique, I got a little work to do on that. Yeah. I'd love to one day just kind of get body slammed, but I understand.
Sure, you really want that?
I think so. I just to do it once. It's kind of like if you meet Mike Tyson and he punches you in the face. It's kind of like, well, cool. I got the whole experience.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you'd be able to do much after he did that, though.
No, that'd probably be about it. But yeah,
I get you.
You know, it would be something that I would feel fulfilled. And from what I found out, it doesn't really jive too well with the lawyers and the attorneys because I could get hurt.
When somebody says they want to get a body slam and they don't really know what to expect and they get it, they have a whole different respect for what we do on a daily basis in here.
Shout out to Andy Kaufman.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I figured, you know, maybe that's not in the cards for today, but I thought you'd be into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare a thumb war.
Hey, that's fine with me.
All right. And it's a pin. Bear Campo is probably the best friend that Jesse Sample could ever have. And, you know, both of these guys together have been really good friends to me over the years. It's very special. It means a lot to me that these guys would really come here and take the time. And I think that this weed is really starting to kick in. So please welcome Bear Campo to the show right here.
Does a bear shit in the woods?
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. Hello, partner in life. What's going on?
What's going on? So I didn't introduce you properly at all. Bear Campo from Black Mountain Symphony.
That's all right.
Bear Campo has played with Smittix. Bear Campo has done a lot of Bear Campo stuff.
You know, I tried to just stick with Bear. Hey, it's Bear. Hey, it's Bear. But everybody just says the last name too. Bear Campo.
You know why?
And I'd be like, yeah, it's Bear. I even signed my name, Just Bear. And people were like, that's Bear Campo.
It's that friggin' Native American thing that you got going on, man. No. Everyone just wants to know, like, you know, what tribe you're from.
And it gets even worse when I cross my arms and everything. People look at me like I have knowledge for them. They're like, no, they do. Like, I have knowledge. You're like, are you Native American? Like, they want me to tell them some mystery.
I know a lot of Native Americans myself, and the ones I know, they don't know anything special.
I got to put on my sunglasses because I just feel naked now. Looking at all of you and my nakedness. All right. Now I'm ready.
You always rock the women's glasses. I rock them too when I can.
These are Jackie O's. Jacqueline, yeah.
I want your insight on this. How does it feel like inside?
How does it feel inside?
Well, you know, on the outside, I'm laughing. But on the inside, I'm crying. I feel like a clown. No, I was just quoting Batman, 1989. That was the Joker who says that. Yeah, Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson was the best Joker.
Best Joker. You know, he may not have won an Academy Award for that stuff or whatever, but for me, he's the Joker.
He won my heart.
Yeah, because he was like serious. He said some serious stuff, and he got all, you know, in people's face. But then he was all, he was laughing about it at the same time. And I think he grabbed that insanity thing. He really grasped that one.
That's the thing about people that have played the Joker have literally gone insane.
I don't know. That it's just the character. Because you have to be a gangster, but yet be laugh at things. You got to be insane to do stuff like that. No,
Am I the only gangster you know?
I think so.
That's crazy. Yeah, you would think there'd be more of us.
This is the end of the gangster age, huh? You want to be part of my gang, Jesse?
Yep.
Remember I dropped this earlier and you were like, maybe it's going to explode. Let's find out.
Oh, yeah!
No, that's good. Sorry I yelled, everybody. Didn't mean to scare you.
It's only water. It's sparkling now.
Well, we have protection, that's right. So why am I all scared? We're all protected.
They live, man.
You could be the main character of that. You remember that They Lived?
I'm living it in real life. Like, you're not seeing it for yourself?
I don't see it. You got to show me.
It's called DMT. You take that and then you see for yourself, man.
I'm looking for something like that. No, that'll, make me swim, and then I'd be like, hey, what's going on? And then come back in.
It's like the secret to the universe.
What do you think? Yeah.
Nah, it's scary as hell, man. It's
You know,
too scary.
Sometimes, I like to put blinders on for some of this stuff.
Way too scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrifying. What are you scared of?
What am I scared of? I'm scared of heights. I'm scared of I don't mean to offend anybody, but extremely morbidly obese, Asian-y kind of people.
See, that's offensive.
The obese part we could do.
But
We could do.
What do I
No, we make fat jokes. Last week we did 2 of them. We can do fat jokes. Can't do Asian jokes. Not yet.
Just let the credits roll now. I'm done with this.
Well, all right. So you didn't bring a keyboard, but you're like the keyboardist, right? So with you being the keyboardist,
Do you want me to play some air?
give us a little air keyboard, man. Show us what it would look like.
And that's me smoking a cigarette, and then
There you go.
and then here's a run because I'm getting crazy. And then we're partying a little bit, and then I go down, and dramatic effect, and I go like this, and nope, I'm back in.
We'll get some music here in a second, but how long you guys been brothers?
Oh crap! Over 30 years.
Isn't it weird to say that?
And I was like, it was like a Forrest Gump situation. He was walking down the bus lane, and people were like, "No, you can't sit here. No, you can't sit here. Get away from me, bubblehead." And no, you can't. And then I looked at him, and I go, "You can sit here if you'd like." And he came and sat right next to me, and I go, "You like playing swords?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Come over to my house. We'll play swords." And he came over, and there it was, We played swords, and, once you sword fight with somebody, there's no going back.
Yeah. It's like crossing the streams and shit. Well, yeah. So, yeah, we'll come back. Jesse will play us a tune, or we'll play something together. Maybe we'll play with each other. We'll see what happens.
Experience Magazine. Please welcome to the ring, Rob Smittix.
Rob, I hear that you wanted to be a pro wrestler growing up. Is that right?
Apparently I didn't have the physique, but I did have brothers. They were smaller than me, and I beat the crap out of them. But I never had the opportunity to have someone maybe, do the same to me.
I think we can get somebody from the back to come out here and give you a body slam. What do you guys think? Should this guy get a body slam here today? All right. I'm sure we got someone in the back that wants to give this guy a body slam, so come on down. HVO, Mr. Wash Your Gear, High Voltage Omar.
You guys want to see this? Yeah! Hold on. I got it here. All right, one more good one and I'll do it. Everybody cheer for Rob!
Cheer for Rob!
Is it rolling?
Yep, it's rolling.
Our next. Please welcome Jesse Sample playing an original tune right here.
Thanks a lot. Bet you think it's stupid. This must all be so dumb to you. Ooh. You show up late with a boy on a leash playing games like I got nothing else to do. Ooh. Like a Manhattan princess with your New York City clothes. Think you got me fooled under your spell, and that it's only you who knows. Oh no, I do. I do. Keep fucking around playing games and you're gonna end up alone. It's true. When I first met you, I must admit it felt like love. Dropping by, staying late at your place. Looking back, I feel so dumb. So dumb. Like a stupid little plaything, I would follow you around. When you were planning your next move out uptown, did you think that I wouldn't find out? Oh no, I knew. I knew. Keep fucking around playing games and you're gonna end up alone. It's true. Maybe I just needed a way to hurt myself, and for me to not see it, I needed someone else. When you see how silly you look to everyone else, would you finally want to love? That's true, that's true, that's true, I do. I do. I do. Keep fucking around playing games and you're gonna end up alone. It's true. Thanks a lot.
Think about others. Look around. Think about what other people are feeling rather than just looking at yourself all the time.
I want my people to know I love them. That's it.
And you can color outside the line.